As the situation on the Korean Peninsula continues to escalate, global media outlets confirm that many of South Korea's physical institutions and government infrastructure have been overrun by North Korean agents who are rioting and causing chaos. The images of destruction and chaos are a cause for alarm across the world. Despite the alarming reports, the South Korean government and military command issue a statement, reassuring the public that they remain in control of the country. They emphasize that their key personnel and operations have been relocated to remote and secure locations, allowing them to maintain command and carry out their duties. The South Korean people, known for their resilience and determination, rally behind their government's message of hope and unity. Civilians across the nation volunteer to support their military and law enforcement, working together to restore order and protect their communities from the ongoing threat. Countries around the world offer their support to South Korea, pledging assistance in various forms, from intelligence sharing to humanitarian aid. This global solidarity highlights the international community's commitment to preserving peace and stability in the region. As the South Korean government and military continue to assert their control, they call for vigilance from their citizens. They encourage everyone to remain alert, report any suspicious activity, and stand united against the North Korean agents seeking to destabilize their homeland. The message is clear: South Korea will not be defeated by fear or chaos. Want to see more? You can now binge watch all episodes of our series on our website. Get started today and explore the potential of the next world war. In response to the ongoing crisis on the Korean Peninsula, the United States announces the beginning of a major humanitarian effort to provide aid and support to the South Korean population. Military air support is mobilized to drop essential supplies, such as food, water, and medical equipment, in strategic locations throughout the region. Behind the scenes, teams of U.S. military personnel and humanitarian aid workers work tirelessly to prepare and package the much-needed supplies. They ensure that the aid is appropriately packed and labeled, taking into consideration the needs of the South Korean people in this time of crisis. As the air support operation commences, powerful footage shows U.S. military aircraft flying over the South Korean landscape, releasing pallets of aid to the people below. Parachutes carry the vital supplies safely to the ground, bringing hope and relief to communities in need. On the ground, South Korean civilians eagerly await the arrival of the aid packages. As the supplies land, local communities come together to distribute the aid, ensuring that it reaches those who need it most. Scenes of gratitude and renewed hope are captured as families receive the essential items they desperately require. This large-scale humanitarian effort demonstrates the strong collaboration between U.S. and South Korean forces. As they work together to coordinate the distribution of aid, their joint efforts help to alleviate the suffering of countless South Korean citizens affected by the ongoing conflict. The United States humanitarian aid operation garners global attention and praise, inspiring other nations to follow suit. As more countries mobilize their resources to assist South Korea, a network of international support begins to take shape, emphasizing the power of unity in times of crisis. The South Korean government and military, along with their international allies, must remain vigilant in their efforts to counter the North Korean threat and restore peace and stability to the region. As the crisis unfolds, it is crucial for nations around the world to stand together, supporting South Korea and striving for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. As the crisis on the Korean Peninsula continues to unfold, United States military intelligence receives new satellite data that reveals potential abandoned North Korean military nuclear facilities. Analysts pore over the satellite imagery, examining the abandoned facilities in detail. They work tirelessly to determine the potential purpose of these sites and assess the risks they may pose to regional and global security. Nuclear experts weigh in on the significance of the findings, speculating on the possible reasons for the abandonment of these facilities. Some suggest that North Korea may have moved their nuclear operations to more secure locations, while others propose that the facilities may have been decommissioned due to technical issues or international pressure. As news of the abandoned nuclear facilities spreads, the international community expresses concern and demands transparency from North Korea. The discovery further complicates the already tense situation on the Korean peninsula, highlighting the urgent need for diplomatic efforts to address the North Korean nuclear threat. In response to the revelations, various nations and international organizations call for immediate inspections of the abandoned facilities. They argue that gaining access to these sites is crucial for understanding the extent of North Korea's nuclear program and assessing any potential dangers. North Korea remains tight-lipped about the abandoned facilities, neither confirming nor denying their existence. Their silence only serves to fuel speculation and heighten international concerns, putting further pressure on diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis. The United States and its allies, including South Korea and Japan, continue to collaborate closely, strategizing on how best to address the newly discovered abandoned nuclear facilities. They consider a range of options, from intelligence gathering and surveillance to potential military operations aimed at securing and dismantling the sites. As the situation on the Korean peninsula becomes increasingly precarious, the discovery of these abandoned North Korean nuclear facilities adds another layer of complexity to the crisis. The United States and its allies must act swiftly and decisively, working together to address the potential threat posed by these sites before it is too late. The fate of the region, and possibly the world, hangs in the balance. The challenges posed by North Korea's nuclear ambitions underscore the importance of global unity in the face of such threats. As the crisis deepens, the international community must come together to address the dangers presented by the abandoned nuclear facilities and the broader implications of North Korea's nuclear program. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay informed about the latest World War III worst-case scenario episodes. Thank you for watching. To stay up to date with our latest releases, all you've got to do is follow us across our various social media platforms. We're talking Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we're there. Thank you for watching our channel. There's a whole lot more where that came from. Interested in binge-watching all episodes today? Head over to our website to access our entire media library using the URL link in the description. Ready to test your World War II knowledge? How many years did World War II last? Provide your answer or response in the YouTube comment box below. Stay tuned for the right answer. The answer is World War II lasted 6 years. As the conflict on the Korean peninsula escalates, United States military intelligence makes a chilling discovery. The nuclear missiles located at North Korean military facilities are confirmed to have the capability to reach not only South Korea and Japan, but also the United States and Guam. This revelation casts a dark shadow over the region, heightening the urgency of the situation. At a classified U.S. military intelligence briefing, analysts present their findings on the capabilities of the North Korean missiles. They emphasize the potential devastation these weapons could cause if they were to be launched against their intended targets. leading to catastrophic consequences for millions of people. News of the missile capabilities quickly spreads, causing alarm among the international community. Governments around the world express concern and call for immediate action to address the growing threat posed by North Korea's nuclear arsenal. In response to the crisis, diplomatic efforts are intensified. The United Nations convenes an emergency session, and world leaders scramble to develop a coordinated response to the North Korean threat. Time is of the essence, as the risk of a nuclear confrontation looms large. As diplomatic efforts continue, the United States and its allies prepare for the possibility of a military confrontation with North Korea. Troops are mobilized, and missile defense systems are put on high alert, ready to respond to any launch from the North Korean side. As news of the missile capabilities becomes public, fear and anxiety grip the populations of South Korea, Japan, and Guam. People in the affected regions begin to make preparations for the worst-case scenario, stocking up on supplies and discussing evacuation plans with their families. Despite the mounting tensions, voices from around the world call for restraint and diplomacy in dealing with the North Korean threat. They emphasize the need for a peaceful resolution and urge all parties involved to avoid actions that could escalate the crisis further. In a bold move, the United States decides to share sensitive top-secret military intelligence with its allies regarding North Korea's full military and nuclear capabilities. This unprecedented act of cooperation is a crucial step in formulating a unified response to the escalating crisis on the Korean Peninsula. In secure locations around the world, high-level intelligence meetings take place between the United States and its allies. Representatives from South Korea, Japan, and other key partners gather to discuss the classified information provided by the U.S., using it as a basis for their joint strategy. Armed with this vital information, the Allied nations begin to formulate a unified strategy to counter the North Korean threat. They discuss various options, including economic sanctions, diplomatic pressure, and potential military actions, as they seek to find the most effective course of action. As part of their joint strategy, the United States and its allies commit to strengthening their missile defense systems in the region. This includes deploying advanced radar systems, interceptor missiles, and other defensive measures designed to protect against a potential North Korean missile launch. By sharing top-secret intelligence on North Korea's capabilities, the United States demonstrates its commitment to working closely with its allies to address the crisis on the Korean Peninsula. This collaborative approach strengthens their united front against North Korea, sending a clear message that they are prepared to confront any threat to regional peace and stability. As the situation on the Korean Peninsula continues to escalate, the United States military intelligence faces a critical decision. Their data suggests that a direct attack on North Korea's nuclear facilities could be catastrophic for the population within a 100-square-mile radius. Instead, they begin to weigh the option of securing the facilities rather than destroying them. U.S. military analysts carefully examine the potential consequences of a direct strike on the nuclear facilities. They consider the possible release of radioactive materials and the risk of collateral damage to nearby civilian populations. The United States' decision to prioritize the safety of the civilian population reflects the complexities of modern warfare and the need for a nuanced approach. As the world watches the unfolding crisis, the hope is that this alternative strategy will help prevent a disastrous outcome and restore stability to the region. Want to see more? You can now binge-watch all episodes of our series on our website. Get started today and explore the potential of the next World War. Arm yourself with the power of advanced AI for video creation, high-quality copy generation, a diverse range of freelance services, top-notch hosting options, and the ultimate online privacy protection. Don't miss out on exclusive discounts and promotions. Sign up today by clicking on the links in the description. Your journey towards creating compelling content starts now.